Monday morning, Oswego, and welcome to Top in the Morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Megan Roberts. WTOP 10 Sports and News will be going pink this week in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Coming up this morning, WTOP's Kara Vormwald takes a look at how SUNY Oswego is promoting breast cancer awareness. Also, Halloween is just around the corner. Find out some interesting and spooky traditions. We'll have a more in-depth look at your top stories in just a moment, but first, a quick check of your weather to get you out the door with meteorologist Jack Teewer. Good morning, Jack.
Morning, Megan. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's a little chilly out there this morning.
Yeah, it is a little bit chilly outside today, and it's actually beginning. It's going to be getting more chilly as we deal with an approaching cold front that'll be coming around at about noon today. Let's take a look at your classcast for today. But first, we got to deal with this. We have a freeze warning in effect for today. That's going to be going from 11 p.m. tonight until 9 a.m. Tuesday. That's in effect for Oswego County. We'll be seeing temperatures in the 25 to 30 degree range. Again, 32 degrees is that freezing point, so we'll be well below that. It's going to be a cold night, one of the coldest of the fall season thus far. So right now we're dealing with this cold front. It's a weak cold front, but it's centered up in northern Canada. It's going through Montreal, Ottawa, and slicing through the northern part of New York State. That is approaching. That should be coming through at around noon today. And on the leading edge of that front, we have some showers that we're dealing with. They're going to be spotty. But behind that, it's going to be much cooler, as I mentioned before. So what to expect for today? Clouds to start this morning. We'll be getting a spotty shower by noon as that front approaches. It's not going to be a washout or anything like that, so maybe just a light jacket with a hood. But we're going to have a nice finish, but it's going to be a cold finish to the day. We'll talk about that coming up in just about 10 minutes. Send it back to Megan.
Okay, well, we have some sad news to report about any fans of a specific Syracuse alum. The Velvet Underground frontman and Syracuse alum Lou Reed has passed away. Reed's literary agent Andrew Wiley told the Associated Press that Reed died Sunday morning in Southampton of an illness related to his recent liver transplant. During his time at Syracuse, he hosted a late-night radio show on WAER called Excursions on a Wobbly Rail, playing a mix of doo-wop, R&B, and jazz music on the campus station. After graduation, Reed teamed up with a Welsh musician, John Cayley, and eventually formed his well-known project, the Velvet Underground. He was 71 years old. Police are searching for the person responsible for stabbing 17-year-old Charles Pitts. Pitts was stabbed in the chest early yesterday morning after a party let out. Police say a possible suspect was seen leaving the area in a green Honda and heading toward Gifford or West Street. Anyone with information is asked to call Syracuse Police at 315-442-5222. A pedestrian struck by a car on Route 3 in the town of Hannibal Saturday night has died. Benjamin Jimenez Jr. was airlifted to Upstate University Hospital after he was hit while walking on the road. A first driver who swerved to avoid Jimenez saw a second car hit him. No charges have been filed in the case, but the investigation is still ongoing. There were beaches and blood, metal, and music at the 40th Annual New York State Field Band Conference Championship yesterday at the Carrier Dome. 6 bands won Governor Cups for placing first in their categories, including West Genesee, Corning East, Lancaster, and West Seneca High School. West Genny has been named the state's best band more than 30 times, dating back to the early 1970s. The exciting performances had a variety of themes, from Auburn's Life's a Beach and to Cicero North Syracuse's darker theme, The Mask of the Red Death. Well, all this week, WTOP 10 Sports and News will be going pink to support Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Kara Vormwald has more on how you can also support the cause.
As everyone knows, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. SUNY Oswego is helping to show their support for breast cancer awareness in several different ways. I was able to discover a new way to support breast cancer awareness through a little creativity. Breast prints are a new way people are showing their support.
We came up as a chapter, the idea of breast imprints, and we also began thinking we should work with the Women's Center. This is actually the second year that we've held this. Last year was around the same time in October. We actually did, I think, in the same room too. Same concept, curtain, breast imprints, cupcakes.
I'm here at Tyler Hall where men and women can show their support for breast cancer. For only $1, they can get a pec or breast print, and this is a new way to show your support for breast cancer awareness in your community. Along with showing their support for breast cancer, students also help create buttons and ribbons for another event on campus called Take Back the Night. Sarah Haber was able to tell me why she thinks breast cancer awareness is important for all women.
I think it's important as a woman because, people need to be aware that this is a serious problem, and I think that a lot of people can work together and we can, overcome this.
Showing my support for breast cancer awareness, for WTOP 10 News, I'm Kara Vermald.
Thanks, Kara. We're going to take a quick break, but first take a look at this morning's sunrise.
The forest is precious. One careless act caused by people and its beauty could be gone for a lifetime. Protect our friends in the forest.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster and class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting mediasummit.org for updates.
Every night before the show, me and the guys, we like to loosen up a little bit.
Blue 42, hike!
Every now and then, Dan likes to take it a little too far. But hey, the show's all about competition, so we'll take it.
Stupid Dan with stupid football and stupid running.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Good morning and welcome back. So, Jack, it's a chilly morning this morning. Is it going to warm up at all?
Well, it's going to warm up gradually going into the lunchtime hour right around noon, but then we're actually going to be seeing a downward trend as an approaching cold front comes through. And tonight is actually going to be the coldest night of the fall season so far. I want to talk to you about a freeze warning that's in effect right now. As you can take a look on your screen, starting 11 o'clock tonight and going through to 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. This is affecting Oswego County. We'll be seeing temperatures in the 25 to 30 degree range. Again, 32 degrees is that freezing point, so just below that is what our temperatures will be. It's going to be a very brisk night as you head out. 45 outside the campus center. We got some winds out of the west at 9 miles an hour. The ClassCast today, we're going to be showing, again, starting in the low 40s as you head out to class this morning. You can see the staircase gradually increasing as we hit close to lunchtime, right around noon. 47. We'll be seeing some showers. This is when that cold front is going to start to come through. They're going to be spotty, though. They're not going to be anything that you'll have to worry about. Definitely not a washout. So, as I said before, maybe a light jacket with a hood or an umbrella if you want, just to be on the safe side. As you head out later this afternoon, though, you can see the staircase starting to go down. But by 5 o'clock, we'll start to be clearing out, and it's actually going to be a sunny day and a nice finish to your day. The radar showing right now up in the north here, you can see some of those showers, some of this activity on the leading edge of that front as it's pushing through. It's going through Ottawa, Montreal, and we do have some spotty showers off to our west as well. This will start to become more south as we head towards lunchtime. And you can also see that on the satellite here. You can almost make out that cold front. It's coming right through here. Behind that is that clearing that we're going to be dealing with this afternoon. So let's put it into motion for you. The timecast showing those showers coming through. Again, they're going to start to work their way south as we get toward 11 o'clock. I'm thinking we should see some rain activity around 11 o'clock hour, maybe a little bit before that as well, around 11 to noon. By 2 o'clock, the clouds aren't showing up here because this map is just showing precipitation, but it is still going to be cloudy at around 2 o'clock. By 5 o'clock, though, we'll start to clear out and see some sunny skies to finish for your Monday. So again, Monday today, some rain showers by lunchtime. We'll say a high of 50 for now. Tonight, though, close to 30 degrees below freezing. Again, that freeze warning in effect until 2 p.m. tomorrow. Tuesday, though, is looking like a nice day, 45 for the high. Wednesday, our next system starts to come through, possibly bringing some rain. By Thursday for your Halloween, we might see some rain, so I don't know if anybody still trick-or-treats on campus. I'm sure some people do. I would if I had the time, but if you are going to do that, you might have to deal with some rain as you're headed out on Thursday. Again, to follow us online at Twitter, WTOP10, and send us your photos anytime you like, meteorology at WTOP10.com. Time is 8:41. Let's send it back over to Megan.
Okay, thanks, Jack. Now we'll take a look at what's happening in Oz with John Mangello. John, what's going on?
Well, thanks, Megan. Hello, everybody, and happy Monday morning to all of you. I'm here to tell you what's going on campus this week. Let's go. So the Oscar-nominated film Beautiful, starring Javier Bardem, will be playing in the Campus Center Auditorium, room 132, this Wednesday at 7 o'clock. The film is a tragic love story about a father and a son living in Barcelona, Spain. The film is in Spanish, however. It is subtitled in English. The film was nominated at the 2011 Oscars for Best Foreign Film and Best Actor in a Leading Role, but unfortunately it did not win either of them. As some of you saw with your family and friends this past weekend, Laker hockey is officially back. Be sure to check out both the men's and women's home openers this weekend, right here at the Campus Center Ice Arena. This Saturday at 3, the women's team hosts a Women's Ice Hockey Classic, taking on New England College. The team also plays on Sunday at noon against Castleton State. Tickets are free for students, $8 for the general public. Now, those men will be hosting Buffalo State Saturday night at 7. Ticket prices are the same. So come out and show support for your Oswego State Lakers this weekend. So, Megan, I was just thinking, as Jack said, and I think the whole world knows it's Halloween is Thursday, and I have just decided yesterday what one of my 2, maybe 3 costumes is going to be. So I'm curious as to what your costumes are.
Okay, well, I'll give you a guess. I'll give you a hint. It starts with an M, and her last name starts with an M, and she was a very, very, very famous movie star.
The green M&M.
Oh, that was good. I never got that before. Close.
So
but
Marilyn
no.
Manson. I'm just kidding.
Marilyn Monroe.
Okay.
I am.
Just
I'm going
kidding.
blonde for Halloween.
Are you? Are you
just with a wig.
Just wearing the wig? Yeah. I think me and Alan Wengert, who's the programming director here, best friend in the world, we're going as Bert and Ernie.
Oh, that's
from Sesame
awesome.
Street. Yeah,
that's
because
such a good
if there's
idea.
one thing when I think friendship, I think Bert and Ernie.
I do too.
So
Perfect.
I need a second costume. I'm thinking, I don't know. I know Cassandra's doing some sort of superhero thing, but I don't know what I'm
I was
going to do
thinking
yet.
Ninja Turtles. I have a friend who's
Ninja
making the Ninja
Turtles
Turtle
would be great.
costume. Very
Me and
easy to make though. Good
some of my
homemade costume.
Some of my friends are wrestling nerds. We were thinking about being pro wrestlers, but then we're like, we need to have some sort of dignity left. But then I said, it's Halloween, so dignity doesn't exist. So last year I was Dora the Explorer, so
Oh, nice.
should keep the.
Well, best of luck with your Halloween
it was
costume.
it was amazing, and I hope I find a good substitute.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, Megan.
New York State has launched the first U.S. state-based gasoline reserve to prevent shortages. The plan comes in response to the shortage of gas that happened last year during Hurricane Sandy. The reserve started on Saturday and is expected to hold 3 million gallons of fuel for motorists and emergency personnel on Long Island. Governor Andrew Cuomo says the reserve will prevent the days of long lines at gas stations if another storm hits. The $10 million pilot program on Long Island is part of New York's Fuel NY initiative. Since the affordable health care rollout, it has encountered many obstacles in its path. This week, the New York Post, S.A. Miller, and Collier Campanile reported that only a third of the 37,000 New Yorkers who enrolled in health care through the state's new exchange signed up for private insurance. Nearly 2/3 opted for Medicaid, a state program partly funded by the federal government. This raises concerns with insurers because in order to pay for Obamacare's benefits, they need many more healthy people to sign up. This trend is also being seen in other states with the healthcare exchange. The United States has a lot of explaining to do. New allegations of NSA spying on European allies have sent the Obama administration scrambling. Christina Muchler has more on the latest U.S. spy scandal.
The EU delegation comes to Washington seeking answers on the latest round of spying allegations. The Guardian newspaper reported that the NSA monitored calls of 35 world leaders, including France and Germany. Their source? A document from accused NSA leaker Edward Snowden. But one U.S. lawmaker says our allies should be grateful.
It's a good thing. It keeps the French safe. It keeps the U.S. safe. It keeps our European allies safe.
The latest charge comes from Germany, where the NSA allegedly monitored Chancellor Angela Merkel's cell phone. German media reports the surveillance went on for over a decade. One paper wrote that President Obama was made aware of it in 2010 and allowed it to continue. The NSA denies the president knew anything.
The National Security Agency has always sucked up phone calls from all around the world. Much of it's accidental. Much of it's discarded.
But that hasn't stopped serious fallout. Merkel placed what's been described as an angry phone call to the president, and another German official says this has shaken their confidence in the United States. Sometime this week, Germany will send its own group of senior intelligence officials to Washington looking for an explanation. But it remains to be seen if anything Washington says will quiet the anger of America's European allies. I'm Christina Muchler reporting.
Coming up after the break, John will be back with your latest entertainment news and another look at your forecast. Stay with us. You're watching Top in the Morning.
Get your Smokey on. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Down 70 to 35, and the Cougars were getting smoked like a cheap cigar.
So what sets the rundown apart from other newscasts is that it brings students together to voice their opinions on the world's most important political issues.
There seems to be just more events going on in 2012 than there were in previous years combined.
This nation is based on the foundation that we choose the government.
Do we use 1, 2, and 3? We work hard to bring you the most up-to-date, relevant coverage of the stories you should be following. The country has now gone over the fiscal cliff.
Is gun control necessary? How much is too much?
Does it surprise you that it's taken this long to have a serious talk about gun control? Students need to realize that this is the time when what's going on in Capitol Hill and around the world starts to affect them.
And really, the fate of the entire country is at hand here.
This is it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go camera 2.
Good evening and welcome to The Rundown. I'm Megan Roberts.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
So Jack, it's a cold day to start your morning, but is it going to be warming up at all? Or are we
a little bit chilly to start. It's going to be gradually warming as we get toward lunchtime, but then a cold front comes through, and it's actually going to be one of the coldest nights we've had so far this fall season.
Do we have a freeze warning in effect?
Yes, we do have a freeze warning in effect. Let's take a look at that right now up on the screen. 11 p.m. starting tonight, going until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's for Oswego County. Again, that's us. Temperatures in the 25 to 30 degree range. 32 degrees is that freezing point, so we're going to be below that, and we should get a widespread freeze tonight. Currently outside the campus center, 45. We got some westerly winds at around 9 miles an hour. The ClassCast today, this kind of paints a picture. We're going to start going upstairs as we get toward lunchtime. By about 11:30, I'm thinking between 11 and noon, we'll start to see that cold front come through, and with that, it's going to bring some spotty showers. It's not going to be a washout or anything like that, so you might want to bring maybe an umbrella with you or a jacket with a hood, something like that. It's just going to be sprinkles. As we head into the rest of the afternoon, you can see the staircase going down. That's because of that cold front that's going to be coming through, and we'll be seeing a nice finish to the day. You can see the sunshine there, but it is going to be very much very cooler as we get toward the evening hours. The radar showing right now these showers up to our north. You can sort of see it up in Montreal, close to Ottawa. That's part of that cold front that's going to be coming through. And we also have some showers off to our west as well. That system will start to push south, and with it will bring us some showers toward lunchtime, as I said. Again, the satellite image, you can almost see that cold front on this. It's sort of centered up here and slicing through New York State right now, the northern part of New York State. Now, the timecast, as we put this into motion, we got those showers up to our north. They'll start to be moving south, as I mentioned. By around 11 o'clock, maybe a little bit before that, 10:30 towards noon, we'll see some spotty showers. But otherwise, as we head towards 2 o'clock, it doesn't show on this map. This map is just showing precipitation, but we are still going to be dealing with some cloud cover by around 2. As we get towards 5 o'clock, though, that system will push through, and we'll have a nice finish to the day with cool conditions and clear skies. 3-day forecast showing today high 50, low of 30 tonight. Again, below freezing, that freeze warning that's in effect. Showers to start, a nice finish to the day. Tuesday looks good, 45 for the high. It's still going to be chilly. By Wednesday, that next system starts to move through, and by Thursday for Halloween, a high of 59 and some showers as you go out trick-or-treating. Time right now is 8:52. We're also going to take a look at your current traffic conditions this morning. It's an easy go. We just have a road closure this morning that we're dealing with. North State Street is closed between Route 5 and James Street. That's just a few blocks from the SUNY Oswego Metro Center, so if you're headed down that way, be aware of that as you're headed out. Time right now is 8:52. Let's send it back over to Megan.
Thanks, Jack. Hopefully we see some better weather conditions for Halloween on Thursday, but in the great spirit of this spooky time of year, the South Carolina Aquarium held a Friday pumpkin carving contest, but it was certainly not one of those normal proportions, as a team of 5 submerged volunteer divers carved sea-themed designs underwater. The audience got really into it, and after a vote, it was the octopus who took home first prize. We're going to take a look at your entertainment news with John Mangello. John?
Thanks, Megan. Underwater pumpkin carving, what is that? Come on. All right, everyone. I'm back once again for your entertainment and pop culture news, the only stuff that you really care about. Just admit it. As always, let's start with your weekend box office numbers. 2 films opened this weekend to much different results. Opening in first place this week is Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa. The film, starring Johnny Knoxville as the terrible grandfather, raked in $32 million, opening in over 3,300 theaters. It knocked the critically acclaimed Gravity off the top of the charts for the first time since it opened. And speaking of Gravity, it now sits at number 2, bringing in $20.3 million this weekend for an overall total of $199 million. The other film that opened was The Counselor, bringing in a rather disappointing $8 million total. Ouch. And it opened in 4th place. Captain Phillips sits in 3rd, bringing in another $11.8 million. And in 5th place is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, bringing home $6.1 million. Well, if you're Malaysian and you happen to be a Kesha fan, then you, my friend, are screwed. The controversial singer has been banned from performing in the country for the foreseeable future because officials in the country are claiming her performance would have, quote, harmed cultural and religious sensitivities, end quote. Kesha's party claimed that she would have changed the performance in order to comply with the cultural normalities, but it didn't matter. She was forbidden from playing and was threatened with imprisonment if she decided to ignore the ban. Oh boy. Fun fact about Kesha, she has a genius IQ level. Now, how does that make you feel? And does anybody remember the name of Chris Brown's latest hit? No? Well, I'll tell you his name. It's Random Guy Outside of a Hotel in Washington, D.C. Chris Brown was caught doing what he does best this weekend, as he was arrested yet again for assaulting somebody. The Associated Press reported that around 4:30 a.m. on Saturday morning, Brown swung and attacked a man outside his hotel room, and Brown claimed he was trying to get onto his tour bus. He was charged with felony assault. It's really looking good for him right now. He's due back in court on November 20th for a parole violation. If convicted, he faced a max of 4 years in prison. Now, he's on parole because he beat up Rihanna. I just don't get what he's so mad about all the time. Also, some quick news on a pair of delayed Oscar contenders. The Wolf of Wall Street, the newest Martin Scorsese-Leonardo DiCaprio collaboration, has a new release date. Just a few weeks ago, it was confirmed to be pushed back from its November release date, and some feared it would miss the Oscar season completely. Well, luckily for us, that's not the case. It's currently scheduled to be released on Christmas Day. However, there is one film that would have been a contender which is going to miss this year's ceremony. The new George Clooney film, The Monuments Men, which was originally looking at a December release, has been pushed back all the way to March after the Oscars are over. The film stars George Clooney, Matt Damon, Cate Blanchett, and Bill Murray.
Well, thanks, John. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing those movies. We're going to take one last break, and when we come back, we'll have a final look at your forecast. But first, take a look at what celebs are celebrating their birthday today. Stay with us. You're watching Top in the Morning.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
We are the Tigers from Pet 885. And you are watching WTOP. Yeah.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster and class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting mediasummit.org for updates.
My husband! Where's my husband?
Stop.
What's she doing? 2,
She was a passenger. Well, with Steve Bowen on the passenger side.
We just had some wine. I wasn't even drunk, I was just buzzed.
What? You were just buzzed. Well, so you didn't tell us that. In that case, she's just fine.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Really?
No, not really.
Buzz driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Take a look at your final forecast with Jack. Jack, it's going to be chilly but nice day today, right?
Yeah, it's going to be chilly to start, and it's going to get even more cold as we get past lunchtime today. But first, I want to tell you about the freeze warning that we have in effect right now. 11 o'clock tonight is when that will begin, and that should be going until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's for Oswego County, so that is us. We'll be dealing with temperatures in the 25 to 30 degree range. As I said before, 32 degrees is that freezing point. We're going to be well below that, so it's going to be a cold night as you head out. The day planner today, though, starting off, we'll have some clouds to start, mostly cloudy skies, 43. By noon, that cold front will approach and bring us some scattered showers. It won't be a washout. 47 for the high, and then we'll start that downward trend toward 3 o'clock with 44, and we'll start to be clearing up as we get towards your evening commute as you're heading home or back from class or whatever it is you're doing. And also, don't forget you can follow us up online at Twitter, at WTOP10, on Facebook, facebook.com/WTOP10TV, and send us your pictures anytime, meteorology at WTOP10.com.
All right, Jack, well, it looks like it's kind of going to be a rainy day for Halloween. We've already discussed what our costumes are going to be. What's yours going to be?
Well, if the last 2 weeks have been any indication, I think I'm going to have to go with the 50 Shades of Grey.
Speaking of that, we have to do our weekly update. So before, he said he wanted to do news differently, and I suggested you do it shirtless, but then it would be a spoiler for the movie. So ladies, trust me,
Yeah,
wait till next year when it comes
All right,
out.
well, I'm
but
excited to see
it's,
that.
yeah, it's gonna be
That's
it's gonna be
gonna do
cray
it for
cray for
us.
show.
That's going to do it for us here this morning. For the entire 10 News team, I'm Megan Roberts.
I'm Jack Teeber.